Hey everybody, I hope you're well. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not releasing any content for the past few weeks. I did start a new job recently and it's been a little challenging to try and balance that new schedule with spinning, and I'm really excited, be that as it may, to finally bring you content today. So particularly directed at the ladies, this is another lesson towards the Mr. Right Playbook, and this one is called Play the Game Book. Being open to dating other men until you find your king. Now, obviously, I have written this, so for those who are going to be listening to the podcast, I want it to be as clear as possible, so I'm going to read my article instead of trying to memorize things and lose key points a lot along the way. So, guys, I hope you're ready, and again, thank you for your support. I hope this has huge benefits to those listening or someone that you know. I will put a link to the written piece, linking to my website afterwards, of course. And again, if you know of anyone who may need a life coach or a relationship coach, guys, please, I'm always available. Just hit me up on my website. There's a contact number and email address. Yeah, guys, let's get into it. So again, more directed towards ladies. So ladies, this simply promotes the act of dating more than one man during the same period, provided that you are transparent with these men. Being in an open relationship, if the intentions are pure and focused on capturing the attention of the true king that you seek, is something that typically receives an undeserved reputation because it does raise concerns about loyalty. Assuming that you are the kind of woman that men just can't seem to get enough of, and while you may rather enjoy this attention, you seem undecided about a few men and your heart is truly set on finding your soulmate. How will you know which of these men is right for you? The simple answer, you won't. Not until you've had the opportunity to get to know them individually. And the only way that this is going to be possible is if you spend time alone with each of these suitable men. The only requirement for this play or this rule or this lesson is that you openly let each of them know that you are testing the waters to find the right man you will be able to settle down with. Not only, believe it or not, will this gain you respect for being completely honest with them, but you would have planted the seed of curiosity within all of those men's mind, and the right one will try his absolute hardest to win your approval because he truly desires you. The key, like I said before, is to be completely honest about the situation. No matter how tempting it might be to add some sugar or some spice, do not inflate the scenario to make a man work harder for your approval, nor should you sugarcoat the topic, because then you are starting off on a story that is not aligned with your value of being honest, which is disrespectful to the men and to yourself. So, using the metaphor of the chessboard again, technically speaking, any opposing chess piece is capable of securing a victory in chess if the game works out exactly right. So, assuming that there are three men that you have your intentions or your interests set on rather, you will not know right away which is the right man until you start to play the game. So let's look at a hypothetical game setup. You've narrowed down your selection of suitable men down to three. Okay, one of them you are dating is a successful businessman with a genuine ambition that sets him way above his market competitors. Let's say the second man you are dating happens to be the owner and manufacturer of a select designer range of furniture with a heartwarming devotion to walking dogs every weekend at a local animal shelter. The third man is a professional architect with a charismatic personality that is so powerful you become mesmerized when he speaks. Maybe me? Alright, so you honestly like all of these men equally and you find that they all respect you without crossing your boundaries. However, you find that over time, the architect seems to be more interested in getting to know you and wanting to spend more time with you. Even though he has very tight deadlines, he somehow manages to squeeze in extra hours during the evening so that he has more open weekend available to spend time with you. Naturally, you reciprocate his efforts by agreeing to meet up when he asks you out, while, however, maintaining your reluctance to immediately assume that of the three candidates, he is truly the right fit for you, because at the end of the day, you want to make the right choice. And this does take time with each of the men so that you can determine who really wants to be with you and who you really want to be with. During this dating period, you notice that the architect proves that he wants to be with you, while the other men seem to make plans with you with less forethought And this is a typical trait of flaky behavior that I would like to cover later on. So the time has now come for you to make it clear to the architect that you would like some exclusivity between him and yourself. However, how do you go about doing this without coming across as either impatient or desperate? So there's two things you could do. The one, you could wait for the architect to eventually ask that the dating progresses to something more official, or you could give him a sign by playfully informing him that you enjoy his company and that you find him to be the most amazing man you have ever met. This will likely let him know that the other men are probably no longer in the picture. Failing which, you could just mention this to him for clarity. Of the two options, the second one reinforces the idea that you are loyal to him, even though you are not yet committed. If he has the right amount of confidence, he would have been eagerly yet patiently waiting until the other men are no longer in the picture and that you are indeed into him, making the attraction mutual. If he happens to ask about the other men, or at least hint that he wishes he was the only man in your life, then it has become quite clear that he would want a future with you. This could be a sign for you to offer the charming architect an opportunity to make things more committed between you two. He has, ladies, proven his genuine respect towards you and has made very decent and well thought out plans to see you. The best way to show appreciation for this is to let him know that your devotion is solely left for him and that the other two men are no longer going to be a part of your life. So let's say none of the men make it clear that they want exclusivity. Right, so the whole purpose of dating these men is to find someone who would want to be exclusively with you and therefore make it clear that they only want you. And with this desire comes the fact that no man wants to be committed to someone who is not committed to him. Should the situation arise where a man that you really want has not suggested that he wants to be with you on a more serious level, then you should keep casually dating other men until he makes it clear that he wants only you. If the man is not making enough effort to spend time with you, being clearly disinterested, then so too should your level of attention to him be proportionate, whereby you do not provide him with too much attention and energy that would be better directed towards a man who does truly want to be with you, or at least makes more effort. Men, ladies, are competitive creatures. Trust me, I know this. And nothing quite gets us laser focused as knowing that a woman we like is potentially going to be with another man if we do not make the right efforts to win her favor. So another thing pops in mind. How do you let a man know that he's no longer suitable on your quest to find your knight? So the reaction to your bad news may vary depending on the type of man you are dealing with, and sometimes reactions are unexpected. Yes, men too have mood swings. So remember the point about being transparent at the beginning of this whole dating process. So this is now going to work in your favor because of the honesty and clarity of your intentions, therefore making the conversation easier to have. If a man does agree to this open relationship at the beginning of the dating process, that is, dating multiple men at the same time, then he has signed up to be a key player in your chess game. He is well aware that he may only end up being the bishop or the rook, and that being selected as the king depends largely on his actions during the dating period. If he has not performed as the more interested man, then he does not deserve to be with the queen. If a man ends up disrespecting your expectations framework during this process, then you could simply inform him that he no longer appears to be the man he first came across as, and that while he is, although an amazing guy, he's not the right fit for you. And ladies, that's it. So I just want you to take the message in this, go out there, play a lovely, decent and yet respectful game of chess, and until next time guys, have an awesome day further. Cheers.